All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Off-Air Voiceover podcast. My name, of course, is Michael.
And I'm Jen.
And Jen, would you like to do the honours?
Welcome to the Off-Air Voiceover podcast.
Would you like to introduce our very special guest today?
Oh, we're very excited today. Now, this guest is somebody we've been trying to get from season 1, but she is very in demand and it's been quite challenging. But today we're very honoured to welcome the amazing Camile with us today.
Hey!
How are you doing, Camile?
Camile.
Just literally on that.
Not as excited as us.
I reckon this is maybe like the 6th attempt to try and get this organised.
Yeah, no, we got there in the end. I'm grateful. Thank you for being
patient
patient with me, honestly.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for being patient with us as well.
Yeah.
Camile, like you said before.
Sorry.
There we go. Started already.
We should have warned Camile already that if you don't listen, we do often talk over each other. So apologies for that. We do like each other.
We just day, innit? I'm here for it.
Eager.
Adds to the chaos.
And that's part of our brand. All I was going to say was, for anybody who doesn't know you, Camile, would you mind just introducing yourself a little bit? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Top line.
I'm Camile, and I came into the voiceover industry I decided I want to do it in 2022, but started taking it seriously 23. So technically 3 years I've been doing this professionally.
Yeah.
Coming up to. And people seem to think I sort of know what I'm doing, I guess. So that's why I'm here. I just wing it every day.
I thought it'd been slightly longer than that, actually. You have smashed it out the park.
Literally, September 2023 is when I kind of started working. Literally.
Amazing.
So.
That's mad. Yeah, I thought you've been going for about pre-COVID. No way, that's impressive. Well, we'll talk
Never even heard about voiceover until then. I mean, obviously people know about voiceover, but you know what I mean? It's until you decide you want to do it, you don't really look into it. It's just something that people do. Totally. And it seems very far away as well. It's like trying to be an actor. It just seems like, how do you just wake up and be an actor? It seems so far, but obviously once you start learning and doing it, it's like, oh, it's accessible, if that makes sense.
Do you know what? I know what you
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember back in the day, when I started looking at doing acting stuff, I was like, how'd you get on Coronation Street? Who'd you speak? It's not like you can ring up a directory and where the inroads? People say, you got to find make a connection, but how? How would you make a connection?
Yeah. How exactly
that? Closed shop.
Because that was me. How do people end up on the radio? How do you understand?
Yeah.
So yeah,
you got no idea, have you? It's like the magical thing happens.
Have you had any experience in acting or performance? And
nothing at all. My background's construction. So
is it?
I used to.
What kind of construction?
Construction industry. I used to own and run an electrical company with my ex-husband. So that's what I did for 10 years.
Wow.
And then I went to beauty school because my son's autistic and learning difficulties. So I went to beauty school just to be able to have another skill to be able to work around him. So I'm actually a qualified beauty therapist and masseuse, and I still wax women to this day. I
see some things on your Instagram,
waxing.
I'm like, wow.
What's that?
Hey, listen, let me tell you, I think that's a great idea. Do you know how many times I've contemplated trying to train to be a hairdresser, just in case everyone.
I did not know what you were going to say there. I think it's a great idea.
I thought he was going to say lashes, because I was like, if you said lashes, you're spot on. Lashes is winning.
They often say, listen, try and get yourself trained up on something that requires.
I've even got clients tonight
in person that's not easily replaceable, like plumbers and electricians. So the construction, I can't believe that. So that is literally a big shift. So from doing that for such a long time, no performance background, and then just so how I know we just talked about inroads. Where on earth did voiceover come from then?
To be fair, I used to work for the Met Police as a communications officer. That was before the construction, right? That was my last actual job because I've been self-employed since I was 21, basically. Even from then, people used to say, oh my God, imagine someone's calling 999 because there's an emergency, and in the middle of that, it's like, oh my God, you got such a great voice. So even from then, people would always, you already know the typical story. Oh my God, you got a great voice, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. It's only when COVID happened and I'm like, you know what? I need another form of income. I need to be, and as I said, everything is centered around my son. What can I do to work around him and be convenient with caring for him? And I have a friend who's a music producer, and he's based in Paris, works with some big artists there. And he's always like, Camille, you need to do something with your voice. Okay, that was such a shit accent. He was always like...
We're not cutting that, though, Camille, that's staying.
He's always like, yeah, do something. But everyone's saying do something, but no one's saying what to do. Do you understand? So I literally woke up one day and I was just like, you know what, let me Google, good old Google. And I literally Googled like, what kind of jobs can you do with your voice that's not call center? That was literally, and then like voiceover came up as one of them. And I was like, oh my God, because it's not something you think about. You hear voiceover artists every day, but you don't think about it. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, this might be
totally
something.
relate to that.
Yeah.
It's like once upon a time when I was a kid, I used to always be fascinated by when you listen to the adverts, like, who is that talking? Who are they? Like, because they guide the advert all the way through.
I just
like,
never thought about it.
The amount of people that say that, I forgot that's someone's job. And it is alarming how many people just, because you see an advert as a completed thing.
It's a thing,
the
exactly.
Visuals, the actors, the music, the voice. So you don't really break it apart and think that's individual people's jobs, and they just see it as an advert.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was like, because similar to Jet, I would watch adverts, listen to things on the radio. Obviously you know someone's talking, but you don't think about it in that way. It's just, you know.
Maybe it's just because we're so ingrained in our lives, literally from when we're born, we start watching TV and adverts, like it's just become
literally
such a normal part of our life.
And I was always looking at the on-screen talent and stuff because I, wanted to do that a bit more. And I don't know, I'm just ignorant, I guess. I was just like, la, 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 la. Like whole job.
So so that was, and then so then you got recommended, and then just started searching it, and then from
I started
there, what happened?
searching,
Did you find
and then I come across the showreel in Soho, because I'm like, okay, I don't, as with anything I've ever done, I'm like, okay, if I want to do it, I need to go get training or coaching or learn about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then that's where I started pretty much. The showreel, went there, and then no, why am I lying? Sorry. Not lying, not lying like explicitly. Right. So I became acquainted with a guy called Bernard B. Achampong. Sorry, he's a podcast producer, but at the time that was not relevant. Why is this messing up again? Oh my God.
You're back.
You look like a model.
Can you guys hear me?
One.
Okay.
I can hear you
now.
you
will not see you. Yeah, maybe turn your video off.
Yeah, turn your video off.
I think it's the video it's the video. Yeah, so I became acquainted. All right, so through my waxing, I have a client. She does, so obviously she's my wax client, but she makes jackets. And then a guy called Bernard, he commented on a picture she'd posted of me in the jacket. Got talking to him, and long story short, turns out, obviously, he's a multi-award winning podcast producer. And where I'd already decided to do voiceover, I was like, But before I could even like ask him anything, he mentioned about the jacket, and I left a voice note, and he was just literally, his response was that voice. And I was like, you know what, this is the universe is telling me what to, like it's time now. And I literally said to him, like, I actually been thinking about getting into voiceover. He then connected me with a producer that he works with who does training for C Voices. I'm not sure if he still does it, but that was beginning of 2022. I'd done a session there, and then that is when I was like, I would say that's like my taster session. That was when I was like, you know what? I like this kind of vibe. Let me actually look into this further. And then that is when I started like researching training and workshops and courses, and then went to the showreel in Soho. And yeah, basically that's where my journey really started. Yeah.
Amazing. It's kind of like you were discovered then.
The universe gave you a push in the right direction.
You know what? No, but
I love all that sort of stuff.
I'm someone where I might have a concept or an idea, but I let the journey lead me. Like one thing will lead into another thing. I try not to put too much stress on things, but once I decide I want to do something, then I'll put all my energy behind learning and trying to develop it, basically.
That's incredible. So to be so skilled in so many different things.
Girl.
Well, that's an interesting way of going into it, because a lot of people get started. I mean, let's face it, the voiceover industry is not something you just easily fall into. Like, it's a very competitive job. It's very, very difficult. And a lot of people do sometimes struggle to get moving in terms of making some consistent work connections.
I think it's staying in it. I think that's the harder thing.
Staying in it. Now, obviously, you said, 2023 really when you started going, and that's been relatively short space of time. You've had some award nominations.
Yeah.
You're posting all the time. What is there anything you would not? Obviously, we can't talk about other people and their own journey, but is there anything you would say that you've maybe done that's you would say would a credit to how you've been able to get moving so quickly? Like, is there a work ethic? Was there?
Honest, I think I just fell in. When people say like right place, right time. I think I came. Oh, is this lagging again? Or is it me?
Yeah, it's trying.
Yeah.
Your videos
Can
come
you still
back
hear
on.
me?
Turn your screen. There you go. That's it.
Yeah, just turn off your video for a while, and we'll just see.
See how it goes.
Okay, I'll leave it off for a second then.
Leave it off, yeah.
Yeah, right place and right time and all that. And I think that because I was so green and so fresh, it actually worked to my benefit, because I literally just came in and was my natural self. My delivery was just my natural self. I wasn't trying to be a voiceover voice or anything like that. I was just me. And I think I came in at a time where the industry was maybe shifting a little bit and wanting more natural, authentic deliveries and voices. Also, I just didn't give a fuck in terms of what anyone else was doing. So because what others eat don't make me shit. I know that's like, you might cut that out because it's like swear. But yeah, what others eat don't make me shit.
I've never heard that one.
So although I seek inspiration and guidance, I always do what sits right with my spirit and go where I feel like I'm meant to be. I think what benefited me, as I said, was that my first paid job, funny enough, was from Fiverr, because I joined Fiverr just to scroll back. Before I started putting myself out there in 2022, no, in 23. In 22, I volunteered my voice for a few months to like the Talking News. And there's a charity today. I became their commercials producer so randomly, but I volunteered a lot with my voice to learn how to use my voice and to edit audio, because I didn't know anything about audio. I was, like I said, totally green to the whole industry. Mm-hmm. Then I joined Fiverr because my thing was, let me start trying to practice, so to speak, editing and doing things professionally, inverted commas. Yeah. And my first paid job on there was with Ohio State University. There was a student that had a TED talk, and I done that. Then nothing, that was like February 23. Nothing, everything was dry, tumbleweeds. I didn't even know how to get work anyway. So I'm just, plodding along. Yeah. And then I joined Voices 123.
Yes.
Done some auditioning, landed one little job. And then I landed a TV commercial for Boundary Outlet. I've never heard of them, but I think they're based in like random parts of the UK. It's like a department store. Yeah. I done that. And then because I done a great job at that, brush his shoulder off, Global contacted me and said the client wants you to do the radio ads. So that's how I ended up even becoming a supplier for Global. And literally, when I tell you, most of the work I've had has come to me. Because shortly after that, Volkswagen, I done an ad for them. They came to me. Do not ask me how they found me. I do not know. Smirnoff came to me. I don't know how she found me, because I ask a production company all the time. But I believe because I was posting and just putting myself out there and just being playful and just being colourful,
being you,
I guess I attracted opportunities, and that was very important for me when I was researching. 2022 was my groundwork here, trying to set up a website, trying to get demos, learning about the industry, business stuff. And I remember researching, as you do, because when you want to do something, you research what everyone else is doing and see, right? And I was looking at websites and I'm like, it's giving corporate.
Yes, yeah.
It's giving medicinal, right? And I'm like, that's not me. And that's why I was very intentional. Like, whatever I'm doing, I just have to maintain my energy and my flavour. Mm-hmm. Hence, you go on the website and I've got my tongue sticking out, and I need to change that picture, actually. I need to update that. Those are some old pictures.
Do you know what?
But it's got personality. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say no, but do you know what? In this day and age now, personal branding is massive.
Yeah, 100%.
So whether you're a voice actor, a graphic designer, personal branding now is, because I've been reading about this quite a lot, and going down that route of doing your things your way, having that personal brand and style is absolute winner. It totally is. Like, rather than just rather than conforming to, this is my professional services.
And to be fair, we're raw. There was times
personality to it.
There was times in the industry, like just through just training and reaching out to other VOs and trying to get guidance. And it's like, I realized, I'm going to have to just stand on business, because it's like people almost trying to mold me to be something I just naturally am not. Mm-hmm. And it was almost like, okay, but unless you do this, you're not going to make it. And I'm like, we'll see about that. If I don't make it, I don't make it. But I'm gonna not make it being myself, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? If I'm not meant to make it, it's not meant to be. So
I've had similar thoughts myself.
That's really do you know what, it's true, and I think that kind of reinforces the point. Like, if you do get people, like we look towards coaches and trainers who have the industry insight, and we look to them for guidance and knowledge and XYZ. But what it always comes back to is it has to mold into who you are as a person, what your brand is about, how you sound, how you how you carry yourself. Just out of interest, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can still hear you. It was just doing a little laggy thing, so I just turned the camera off. Yeah.
When you said before about the Smirnoff and the Volkswagen, they just reached out to you. How did they do that? Was it through a website or like social media?
So through my website. Funny enough, those two, and then I've had other companies reach out to me on Instagram. But most of my work has actually come to me through LinkedIn.
Has it?
Yeah, a lot of the production companies I work with, they've messaged me through LinkedIn. So,
No.
And bearing in mind, like when I tell you, I've had do social media strategy on my to-do list since 2023. Ugh. And I am not consistent. I post and ghost. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I said,
I do know what you mean.
Whatever I'm pushing out there obviously is attracting somebody. So
yeah.
But that's what it is. Like I posted. I mean, obviously, whenever you've got a decent piece of work that you want to showcase, inevitably you put it on the socials. It's not bragging rights. It's like, this is what I do for a job. Have a listen. It might suit your next project. But it's the same thing, post and ghost. I love that.
That's
what I do. I'll post on LinkedIn. And I think, I'll try and like keep it up and post it like, right, see you in a month.
Yeah, see you in a month.
Right, and then when you read things, it's like, but you're meant to engage in other people's posts and, make up new connections. And I'm like, And that's the thing, I think, throughout my whole journey here, I haven't tried to force things too much. It's not to say that I don't get things done. I clearly do, but I don't try to do this every day at 9:00. I'm going to sit there and that's going to be my social media hour. Like that's never worked for me. So I'm just as it comes up, I get it done. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Yeah, how often do you actually post on LinkedIn, roughly?
I mean, I posted there this morning.
Once a week.
Might not hear from me again for another week. So it really just depends.
Hello, welcome back to the Off-Air Vodka.
There's a whole heap of flight
today. The Off-Air Vodka podcast.
I wish it was a vodka podcast. Say that. Do you get Smirnoff sent to you? I've always wanted that. Somebody like a brand I work with to send me shit.
No, I got.
Do you drink?
I've had Arsenal tickets. No, I don't drink alcohol.
Arsenal ticket.
But I've had Arsenal tickets, MJ and the Musical tickets, free chicken, Popeyes.
Oh my God! You see, you must be a nicer person than me because I don't get sent this shit.
But I don't ask. I don't ask. I think it's rude to ask, but they often.
Well, I would just say it was really refreshing actually to hear that you don't have like at 5 a.m. I'm up and I'm roasting chickens and then whatever. Like I don't know why I'm roasting chickens, but that you have like a super strict schedule because sometimes it feels like if I'm not doing that, then I'm failing. So I think hearing your slightly more adaptable approach is really nice.
I mean, people do things that work for them. With the fact that I'm a carer to my son, there's days I have to drop everything and go to the school. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still wax, like I said, and I do other things. So it's like it has to be fluid enough for me to be able to maneuver without feeling overwhelmed all the time.
Yeah.
But
I think just quickly going back to that LinkedIn things. Before you dropped off, what I was about to ask you was, roughly how often would you say you post? Is it like once a week, once a month?
If I had to average it out, it would probably be about once a week, which is crap if you look at industry standards of what you should be doing to be consistent. But exactly that.
Yeah, but if you're getting the results,
it reaches the target it needs to reach, innit? So
it's amazing. Michael and I'm not sure if this is on the podcast or not, but Michael and I are saying when we do post, you get about 13 likes, and it's all the voiceover artists, and it kind of speaks the point a little bit.
I was just saying to Jen before, on my LinkedIn thing, there's it says, in fact, let me just check now actually, just because I don't know who most of these people are. I'm just saying all the time. So followers, this is why I get miffed off with LinkedIn, right? Listen to this, right? Profile. I have 3,731 followers. And I have 3,535 actual connections. And yet when I post something on LinkedIn, I'm lucky if I get 25 impressions. So what is the point in having all these followers and stuff?
When it comes to you see influencers have got thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers, but there's no engagement. There's no, do you know what I mean? And so it's like quality over quantity at the end of the day.
What's frustrating with it is you have they encourage other people to follow you and all this sort of stuff. So then when you post something, they don't send it to any of them.
Yeah, no, I don't. I tell people don't follow me because I don't follow back. I only follow people that I'm being serious.
No, good on you, because I'm just saying I feel guilty
that I want to see on my
accepting.
timeline, or there's some, you know what I mean? There's going to be some value that you're going to add. I'm not just following just to follow. I mean, you do in some respects, but not on my LinkedIn.
Do you feel bad though?
Yeah.
If people add you on LinkedIn or follow you and you don't or you don't accept, I feel bad.
I just leave them on pending.
I don't feel bad at all.
Good on you. I just need a bit more of that.
You have to cultivate your circle, so to speak. Same way I look at it the same way I do in life. Like, you know, I only want people around me that I want around me, and that I, you know.
Yeah, like in the nicest possible way. It's not going to be overly beneficial if all your followers are voice
exactly.
actors. Like,
it's not by force.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you lot are coming to pay me, then boy, relax, sit down. Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
make way.
Well, no, I did about a year ago. I started to do a bit of a cull. And I think Catherine Vinclair did it as well, even longer, about 2 years ago.
I remember her.
Off her. She's like, don't be offended if I'm not anything, but I need to make sure my people...
Don't blame
That's actually a great idea. So I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, obviously it's true, isn't it? Like, obviously it's great having... The voiceover community is great, so you want to be part of it.
Well, yeah,
but I think
Instagram,
you need to split the ratio of like more people are the producers, the bookers,
and it's like if you want to get into gaming, for example, naturally you're going to follow voiceover artists that are doing well in that. You're going to want to learn from them. So things like it's intentional. At the end of the day, it's about intention and not just let me get my numbers up. Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Just send that in a DM. Why are you here?
Listen, talk about DMs. I'd be sending. I'm surprised I get away with what I get away with. Like, I'll be hitting up like people from the BBC. Oi, asavaloy. Like, that's how I literally start my messages. Like,
but that's you, and that's you, isn't it?
Yeah, like exactly. You know, being unapologetically you, and that's
100%. But I see. I think since I've come on, I've seen some people trying to, I guess, maybe do more like personality. And my thing is, you can't be someone else, innit? If you're not naturally a bubbly, animated person, it's so cringe seeing you trying to be that when you're not that. You got to tap into your uniqueness and then see how that can sell to people.
Yeah, because it goes
true.
Like, you'll never please everybody, and it goes in so many different ways. Like, sometimes people might not like the fact that we are a little bit raw and unfiltered on here. We just say what we think. Some people think it's unprofessional. We don't care. Like, we're not being unprofessional. We're just being human beings talking organically, like you should do in life. You know, we don't. If you filter everything out, then I don't think you're being genuine. On the flip side. You can have the opposite could be true. People don't like when people are overly professional and they are, you know, and it feels like you. So it doesn't really matter where on the scale you fall. You will always have your people that gravitate towards it. You'll have your people that go away from it.
And that's why you have to genuinely just be yourself, because who is for you and what is for you, it will come. Do you know what I mean? And it will be there. And of course, you have to be adaptable. I think, especially in this industry, you have to be adaptable, versatile, eager to learn, wanting to learn, and, you know, improve. But I think that applies to life in general anyway. Yeah. So, you know, I've had to listen. I learned in 2023 that I don't speak English. I don't know what I was speaking, but it weren't English, because I've been mispronouncing words my entire life. But maybe it's because I'm from Jamaica, so a lot of my pronunciations and words was more American. Me not understanding, like, schedule. I went through college, school, uni. No one ever told me it's not schedule, it's schedule. You know?
I say schedule.
That's the American way. Oh, okay. I feel at peace now. We're all listening.
What do you know what I should say about American ways? Because obviously living with an American woman, so I'm around American accent all day, every day. Yeah. And now I've started saying tomatoes.
Oh, stop you.
Have you?
So
groceries.
Cute. I'm going to the store. Let's go to the store.
Trash. Take out the trash.
It's process and process and all those. Because I used to live in New Zealand, and again, it's the same. Like, and you're like, I don't know which one it is anymore. Is it process? Is it process?
When I tell you, me and like Cambridge, you know, you can type the word in and it gives you the pronunciation. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. You use Cambridge, do you?
All day. I mean, I used to just put in Google and a little voice used to come up, but now it doesn't do that. So I have to like go into the Cambridge. I mean, they are a client of mine.
So you should be using those, yeah.
Speaking of like thinking about like work and client stuff, so what's like, I don't know, have you got like a bit of a career roadmap, like in terms of what you'd like to voice in specifically? Like, have you got an ideal thing? Is it commercials? Is it getting into gaming, etc., etc.? Like, what's your thought process?
Babe, I'll be real. Like, I've landed just where I've landed, and I think, like I said earlier, I let the journey lead me. So recently, someone reached out to me about doing an audiobook, and I was like, I haven't really thought about it, but cool. And now I'm reaching out to people trying to find out who is a great coach. So I think that's just how I've been in my entire like journey. Like, if something pops up, I kind of tackle it then, if that makes sense. I don't have I don't really, I want to get into Pixar and I don't really have an idea of where I'm trying to go with this, which maybe might work for me, I guess. But yeah,
seems to be.
I just kind of do things as and when it comes.
You go with the flow.
You know? Yeah. And dubbing, someone mentioned about dubbing, so now I'm trying to find out. Who can I learn dubbing from and get into that? So yeah,
Stefan Cornicard.
Yes, Emily mentioned him yesterday, so I'm going to send an email.
And Seven. Oh God, I forgot what the name is. That's really bad because they rep me. I can't remember what they are. They're amazing. Do it with them.
There's a new one.
I'll tell you the name afterwards.
No worries. Thank you, babe.
A new one I just recently started doing a bit of is audio description.
And even
good.
stuff like. How do you find it?
I loved it. It was great. First one I did, I had 2 films for the BBC, like these lottery funded film, and then I forgot what the second was. What the second one was for? But anyway, they were both about 10-15 minutes each.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'd never really done it before, so Steph had done it, so I had a little bit of guidance in terms of what to do. Because I was like, if you've not got any vision, right, and you're listening to this thing, and someone's got to like try and make it come alive. It's not an audio book, but you got to give it some like life. So I was like, it's like Jason was running to the door. I was like, I can't just say it like that. You got because he was getting chased by this guy who was trying to stab him. So it was like trying to add some sort of like
you're running or some like out of breath.
Yeah, just like a bit of emotion to it, and like because I was thinking about the people listening to it, and like if it's just got no emphasis or if it's got no emotion attached to it, it's just going to be drab to listen to. So I took a bit of a gamble because I'd never done it before. I was like, have I overstepped the mark? She was like, no, spot on. Exactly
well done, you. So something that you just kind of naturally just done instinctively as well.
And after that, and then it was a bit of a one-hit wonder. Like I sent all the files back because of all the you got the time codes right. Because literally one pickup, and that's because they changed the word. The rest of it was spot on.
Go, Michael. Go.
So I am going to add.
Can I just add? It's Seven Holdings Media because that has been driving
me nuts.
One?
Oh, is that the place?
Honestly, they're so good.
Okay.
That's
and
their
they do
company.
Training?
They do training, and I've done it, and it's so good. And then obviously they've got like a list and stuff. It's really good for dubbing.
And you know what it is with me? Anyway. Like I will try something like because I picked up a commercial acting agent, just being me. They kept on approaching me on Spotlight. Yeah.
They kept on approaching you.
So I was like,
wow.
What's that?
They kept on doing it.
Literally. I had so many. And finally I had a couple of meetings. I was like, you know what, let me try it. Done one KFC ad and I was like, this is not for me. Then someone else mentioned presenting, that I would be good on camera. Done a whole course, paid my big money, my mortgage money for this course. And I was like, yeah, it's not for me. So I'm someone...
I want to know which course it was because I'm doing one next month, actually.
Oh my God, 1 second. Because I'm sure Bethany, there was a lady called Bethany, she's over here. I'm sure she went to the same place.
Okay, no, I think it's 2 guys, the one I'm doing. We'll talk about
it. But I will try things, and if it's not for me, it's not for me. Do you know what I mean? And
you've got to suck it and see, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people are risk averse. A lot of people don't want to try things, and when it comes back to like just being successful, having a long, what's it called, longevity. Yeah. Look at me using big words, longevity in this industry. You've got to be willing to branch out, learn new skills. Keep.
Especially nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep working on your craft and developing yourself.
We say that all the time.
Totally.
I think the art of storytelling is like if it's maybe not one of your strong points, I think the art of storytelling is never more crucial to get on top of because obviously AI is always going to be floating around, but as a lot of people are now realising, companies wise, can't really tell a story very well and not very convincingly. It can maybe give you tell you the weather and some other sort of relatively bland information, but when it comes to anything with nuance and emotion, more and more companies are quickly realising it's cheap, but actually it's pretty flat.
It's not it.
So one thing I wanted to ask you as well was you took a trip to LA for the SOVAS.
I know.
Did you go by yourself as well?
No, please. Look, I wasn't even trying to go, Michael, because I was like, I just came back from somewhere and I'm paying off because I'm going home, Jamaica, this year as well. So, the finances, I was like, I need to just chill. But then the nomination happened and my mother, because she just any excuse to get on a flight. And she was like, we're going. And I was like, with what money? Are you paying? Kind of thing. But what she kind of said to me, she's like, Cam, like, it's not every day a girl from St. Mary, that's where I'm from, Parish in Jamaica, lands in Hollywood. Like, you've legit got a nomination in Hollywood. And I was like,
That is so cool.
True story.
Credit cards are for, that's what credit cards are for, innit? But I made it work. And I thought, mum will just do the grandmother thing and just, stay back, look after the grandson. No, she's coming. So therefore, because she came, I had to bring the son. So everybody came, basically. We was just, all up in Hollywood.
It's so cool, though. The memories you're making for your son are just incredible.
He's living his best broke life. I love that for him. I want to be like him when I grow up.
So what was it? What was the actual experience like?
It was you know what? Being there, it was surreal because it's like, whoa, like I'm actually like, oh my God, sorry. And my mum, everyone that would listen on the plane, in the train, like she was just telling everyone, oh, my daughter's been nominated, follow her page. But no, it was really nice being there. The actual event itself, so the SOVAS or SOVAS, however you, the Voice Arts Award.
I don't know. I was going to ask you. How we have this conversation all the time.
I barely speak English, remember? And there's me calling it the SOVAS, but technically it's a Voice Arts Award. It's just that the Society of Voice Arts and Sciences, but it's called a Voice Arts Award, a VAA. But anyway, being there, I didn't feel like there was no imposter syndrome. I didn't feel like, because, you know, I feel like I'm a celebrity anyway, you know, so day to day. I was just like, hello, I'm where I need to be, you know, hi guys. But it was so massive, and just seeing everyone, all of this talent from all over the world, you know, it was nice to be in the room. I did feel a bit overwhelmed at times because I'm someone where I can be the life of the party for a good hour. After that, my social battery is like,
you're like, I'm over it. Like, I am out here.
Yeah, I'm over it. So being there, like, I was there for 8 hours, and I left early, by the way.
8?
Imagine 8. 8.
That was the awards.
That was the so they had like a mixer thing where people could take pictures and whatnot. Then they have obviously the sit down meal, speeches and all that, and then obviously the awards. But the awards is really, the actual awards bit is really long. Bearing in mind, a lot of them they don't even announce live, so it really drags. It was nice being.
Is it a bit boring that bit? Is it a bit boring that bit?
Jen, you're gonna learn about me. I make my own fun, you know, Jen.
Yeah. Okay.
I was entertained.
Let's call a spade a spade.
I was highly entertained, but no, it can be.
It's your own category.
Yeah, it can be very boring, long, drawn on, and whatever. Yeah. It was nice, like everything was decorated beautifully. It was nice to know that I'm in the same room that held the Golden Globes the week before, and you know, that kind of stuff. But that is so cool. It's not something I would rush to do again. Like, once you've done it, it's like, I've been here. If I get nominated next year, and it's, girl, I had to sell a kidney. I don't even know if I have a liver left at this point. LA is so like expensive for no reason. Did you know they have like a tourism tax on everything as well?
No.
Literally, like they will like you, because you know everything they add tax on after. But yeah, they even have like a tourism, like a 3% tourism tax thing. So everything was just so expensive. But no, it was a how can I put it?
Good experience.
It was a good experience. It was nice to know that I was in the room amongst other people that, you know, I got nominated with and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it looks a lot more kind of glitzy than you'd probably think.
Yeah, but I think just like the experience of it, and to be fair to you as well, like, again, you only started 3 years ago. I mean, I think the SOVAS, from what I understand, are way harder to get nominated for.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
So again, after a short space of time, to have that on your CV,
incredible.
Like, you know, it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's a good look, man. It's a good look. And then recently, technically, like Radio Times as well, got nominated with them, but that was with audio drama, so it was part of a cast. But even that. So
that's so cool, though. I remember seeing that as well on your Insta.
So is that something you want to do more of?
Audio drama? I would, you know. But like I said to you guys, I'm not. I know I sound so like blah blah, but it's just that I don't really have an idea of where I'm trying to go with it. So I just kind of welcome things as they come.
But I think that's
a good way
quite
of doing
nice.
It.
Yeah, because sometimes when you really want things, it can be quite frustrating when you feel like you're not moving or where you are where you should be.
Don't you?
Yeah, I put huge amounts on myself. So I think it sounds a lot more freeing and a lot more joyful, I suppose.
And I think because I have like my beauty therapist background as well. Even when things are a bit quiet, I don't panic. I'm just like, I'll just wax more vagina. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's it.
If all else fails, wax the vagina.
Bring on the vagina.
If in doubt, get it out.
Yeah.
It's a new business model.
My God.
No, I think it's fantastic. So.
And you got One Voice coming up, haven't you?
One Voice as well. Again, LinkedIn. They contacted me through LinkedIn because I didn't realise that you have to submit proposals and stuff to do a talk.
Loads of people
they
were
came to me,
weren't they?
So another thing.
I gotta say, I reckon, like, I think it doesn't, considering how I think your personality really shines, and obviously quite like how with your branding, the way you speak, and sort of like very self-confident and all that sort of stuff. It kind of doesn't surprise me that you are getting people gravitating towards it. And I think that says a lot.
We want to hang out with you. That's why.
I think it says a lot about showing up and just being your true, authentic self. And the thing is, I think you don't have to be. Some people might not be as outspoken and bubbly and confident as yourself. Some people might be a bit less, but they can still continue to show up in the same sort of way,
100%,
and present themselves and get the same results.
Yeah,
this isn't. I don't know how I can phrase it. I don't think it's just because of your personality type. I think it's everything combined. I think it is your personality, showing up and being true.
And you actually have to have talent. That helps.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. And I think you can't undersell that. And I think maybe you do a little bit. Like, it's not just, people bringing stuff to you, because if you weren't any good, they would stop.
Yeah, of course. That you have
quite
to be,
quickly.
I know, like, in terms of, like, because I've been doing Smirnoff literally since 2023. I unfortunately don't get to get copies of most of what I do, but I've literally been, like, I know it's so... Honestly, my best work, I can't get access to. I've done something for MasterCard and I'm like, this is amazing, but can I get it? No.
Yeah, I did something for Lego. I did 3 films for Lego.
What?
And back last year, I did 3, not films, 3 animations for them, like explainer videos. They go, it's internal, but we might put them online because they're fun. Never seen them.
Yeah,
like,
it's disheartening sometimes, isn't it? Because you're like, especially when you get to, anyway. But yeah, I feel like people... You have to be fun to work with and make their life easier. You see, if you can't make adjustments quickly, and like with commercials anyway, you can go in the booth and they have an idea, but then during, because you have different people and different people have different ideas, whatever. Yeah. But you have to be able to on beat just mix it up, give a different variation, like change it, like, do you understand? And you have to be able to do that quickly because they're on time limits and stuff. And if you're in the booth and they're asking you to give variations and all of them sound the same, they're not going to work with you again. Like, of course, yeah. If you can't deliver what they've asked for, like, and I've seen it happen where a company will do an ad and they'll end up just casting someone else because it was okay, but it wasn't what they really wanted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
gotta definitely have the talent and keep nurturing it and learn from that as well, Yeah.
And I think as well, like to tie that together with at the beginning, you said you spent about a year just doing the research, doing some learning. All that is hyper relevant, and I was kind of going to mention that earlier on about your start. I think the reason, if you've done the groundwork and the foundations, then the bookings will come after it because you've given yourself a fighting chance of getting it right. Yeah. But I do know of some people who just buy a microphone without really getting any coaching, and you see it online quite a lot actually on the Facebook groups, newbies. How do I get voiceover jobs? It's like already, if that's how you start,
then you're not. Yeah, you're missing a lot of stages.
Yeah, I was going to really annoy at the voice.
I get messages all the time. Like, you can imagine TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever. People see what you do and they think, oh, that looks glamorous. That looks. Yeah. I could do that. You just read and talk. No. And when I'm telling them, like, okay, cool, and they're like, oh, what mic did you buy? And I'm like, babe, we haven't even reached mic yet. Like, we haven't reached there yet.
Sit down.
Like, relax, chill. Because there's a lot of groundwork that goes in. You have to learn, train, like, be, you know what I mean? Like, do you even have somewhere to record? You want to be.
I think that's it. Sometimes there are some people that jump into it who, they just take it for granted a little bit. Oh, be easy, I'm just talking to a mic, and it's such an what's the word I'm looking for? It's such a under-respected. Is that even a word?
Listen, they disrespect the thing.
As a craft, to be able to actually deliver a script, it isn't just reading a commercial script and just it sounds like it's good enough to be on TV. There's a knack to be able to doing it, and it's something that takes a bit of time. Some people are
everything around that though.
They can do it easily.
It's all the tech stuff, and I just think and the way you hold yourself and how you act.
How are you going to be in a directed session when you got the production company in Germany, the big exec in New York, the English execs here, and you got 6 people talking to you or listening to you? You have to deliver this thing, and you have to deliver it in a million different ways, and give another 10 million variations so that they have everything they need and feel comfortable and confident doing that. Like, there's much more to it, and obviously a lot of things you train on the job, and it happens over time. But if you're not giving yourself a fighting chance and you're trying to skip steps and rush, then you're not. Cool, you might land a little job here and there, but the real juicy, meaty, higher end stuff that you might want to do. Are you going to be that? No, probably not. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I
think sorry, I do think a lot of it is though. Well, I don't think it's. Well, I hope it's not done in like maliciousness. I think it's like ignorance, isn't it? Like you just don't know what you don't know. Like when you first we're starting out, you're like, well, I don't even know anything.
Naivety. I think it's naivety.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's always the same types of people that I tend to see in the Facebook groups. All have the same issue. I'm not finding any work. I'm not booking any work. And then if you look at some of their previous posts, it is largely the same thing. They've done no training, no coaching, no acoustics.
And but they ask for advice.
Bought a microphone.
They ask for advice and they get the advice, but they don't want to. They want to they want to rush it. Those are the people I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Because I've literally, when I tell you guys, I've given everyone like certain people my ingredients, because I'm like, I can give you ingredients to the recipe, but you still have to cook it, right? You still have to cook for yourself, and I've laid it all out, but yet you haven't done none of that. You're just trying to. You understand what I mean? And I'm like, okay, do your thing. Do your thing. Clearly, if it works.
Yeah. I get messages sometimes, not very often, but sometimes I get messages of people like sort of asking the question, how do you get started? And there's a couple of times where I have actually sent like a lengthy email.
Yeah.
And sort of said, do this, because I've seen that they have tried to do certain
they've done
things.
something.
Budget is super tight, so they're limited to capabilities, but there's general willingness to learn. Whereas the other ones I've come across, who it's, unless essentially just going to give them all the answers. Where do I get work? Can you get me some work? Can you put me in touch with your agent? Can you do? And it's like, it's almost as if you cannot. Voiceover is not something you deliver in a box at Christmas where you just unpack it and everything's there to make a business out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Even that, when I'm explaining to people, like I said, 99.5% of my work is via me, not an agent.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, but you don't want to learn. So let me just save my breath, you know?
So with that in mind then, so going towards One Voice, this talk that you're doing, is that what's it all sort of centered around?
So when they came to me, and I was like, oh my God, I was panicking, because I avoid public speaking. Like, even for me to do this is me stepping out my comfort zone. I'll be real.
Oh, Camille, you're a natural.
So when they come to me and I was like, oh, and I seeked guidance and I was like, should I do it? And everyone's like, yeah, do it. And I was like, you know what, let me step out my own like way and just try new things and whatever. And I said to them, like, what should I speak on? So they were like, it was more so Emma Wing that I was in correspondence with. And she said, like, you seem to be doing really well with commercials. So center it around that. Maybe how you got into it, what you wish you knew, just, you know what I mean? Like things like that, how to help people get into the industry and obviously maintain some level of like constant work coming in and stuff. So so she kind of gave me the guidance to do it on commercials, but then the freedom was mine to kind of do it however I want to do it, basically. So
are you doing it online?
Yes, I was asked to do the in-person one, but they moved it from London to Stratford-upon-Havon, so that was going to be like logistically just not going to work. So I've just opted to do the online talk.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Oh my God, go away, Jen.
Okay, I'll watch it on backup then. Like, I'll watch it after the fact.
My saving grace is that I think from what they've said, I can't see who's watching. So so that will help me to just kind of focus.
For me, that makes it harder.
Do you think?
Because I want to, like, I'm so used to talking to people in person, which I know is ridiculous because I'm a voiceover artist, but it's like reading the body language and stuff, and it's helpful, like when I'm doing presentations anyway.
Yeah, no,
you just practice and you'll smash it, no doubt.
I'm not, I think...
The way you said that was brilliant.
No, Helen B, she'd commented on my post and she's like, oh, you could do practice and stuff. And I said, I'm just going to go raw in it. Because I feel like if I practice too much, it just... I'm going to overthink it. It's the same with scripts. When I get scripts, I probably just read through just to make sure I know how to pronounce everything. But I don't practice them because I feel like you just take away from the organic... The organicness
I know what you mean. I think especially
sense.
With commercial, I think it's silly to really like to overdo it, because often then you get into a session and they're like, oh, actually we've just had to change it, and you're now like a gremlin from Planet Zog, and no one else.
But I'm as in the name of in the words of Shakespeare, I am shooketh. But but I shall push through
to the core.
Gosh.
That's so cool. That's really nice.
I love it. It's great. Like, so literally from 2020, well, starting 2022, 2023 you got going.
Yeah.
And then from there, your visibilities, I think your branding and visibility has been a big part of obviously, your ability to do the work, and you've learned quickly and you've adapted. But I think a big part of it, obviously, is your visibility online.
Showing up.
Yeah, showing
and
up.
It's funny because I didn't realise I was personal branding, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just posting shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like,
So would it be fair to say you don't do a great deal of marketing then?
If I was to sit here and say, "Oh, I do all of this outreach," I'll be lying.
That would be a lie.
I literally said on the last episode, I said to Jen, same thing. I reckon genuinely last year, if you added all the days up I spent marketing, you wouldn't get to the end of the week.
Yeah, no, I know people that do it actively, and I feel like I should be doing that too, because but it just hasn't happened for me in that way yet. Where I do things here and there, but.
Do you know what it is for me? Like, I probably, I haven't said this to you, but to listeners, this might be me repeating myself. But the way I see it is that in this modern day now, where we have our phones all the time, we're on social media, and you can like something, you can comment or whatever, you can DM someone. There's almost like an instant feedback. So if you do something, you get some kind of acknowledgement. People have seen it, and sometimes the right people that have seen it don't comment, and you won't know that. But it's out there in the world. With an email, there's so often times it can go into a spam filter. It can go into the abyss and no one's seen it. So my brain is really more geared towards like try and stay consistent online, because it's way more personable. There's sometimes you get a kind of instant feedback. Not that you're looking for instant feedback, but you can look at metrics and go, I know people have seen this, and some of those people might be exactly who I'm looking for.
Yeah. And there's people watching that you don't even know is watching. Like, for example, I won't even like put him on blast or put his name out there, but there's very well-known production company, and he's like, I've been watching you on LinkedIn for a while. So when I finally got to work with him, and he's like, I've been like following you for the last year, and I was like, since when? Kind of thing. Like, no, like
I just don't know. We've had
and
loads
he's
of
like, I
people
think
say
you're brilliant,
that.
and I'm like,
exactly.
well, thanks.
And I do
and
know
it is
we had,
such an encouragement to do that.
Like we had when we were chatting to Chris, he was saying that he gets emails all the time from people
Chris
looking to work with him.
Okay.
And no, Chris from Audio Drama Chris.
Sorry, yeah.
He was saying that when he gets emails all the time from voice actors looking to work with him, and he doesn't have time to respond to them, obviously, like not to all of them, because he gets a lot. He says, but I do get them, and I file them off, and and they are acknowledged. And so it's not saying for a second that email's not worth it, because a lot of times they do go to the right person, but they're just going to the right person amongst the sea of other people trying to get their attention. Whereas I feel like social media and being doing the videos, if you stay consistent with it, showing up, just doing a personal, and I am really trying to go hard on this year about just hitting record on the camera, and it doesn't have to be all voiceover centric. It can just be, this is me living my life being a human being who also happens to be a voice actor that you may or may not have worked with, and it just adds some sort of personality to it.
100%. This is why I'll be talking on things like that in my talk, because I've had to split my talk up into like sections just so I can cover what I want to cover and keep track. But I'll be speaking on the fact like I've got a section called Show That You're Working to Get Work In, and it's more just about visibility and stuff. Let people see who you are, what you're about. Like, that's why I post my son. I have an autistic child, and this is what we get up to, and this is a part of who I am. And people relate, people resonate.
Absolutely. And
it just makes you a lot more, I guess, accessible. They have more access to you in that respect.
Well, this is it, because you are like, we all have a job, we've all got a type of work we're doing, but we're also people that live a life.
Literally,
you know what I mean? So, and I think you don't have to. I think you can blend the two really well. Like I did the vlog thing when we were going to Manchester a few weeks ago, and
was that for the VO social?
Yeah. So like they started off like it was work related, because I had a session, then we hopped off and did the little journey and stuff, and it was kind of like trying to blend the two. I've done some others where I'm just on the dog walk and I'm just recording something, just giving thoughts and opinions. And I like that style of it, and I think it leads back to what I said at the beginning about how at the moment what's really popular is personal branding. And it's you as an individual being the brand, and what you do as a job is like tied 50-50 with it.
Yes, 100%. I agree.
So, yeah. But, well, I don't know. I guess.
I feel like we've taken a lot of your time already, and I could ask you like so many more things. But, yeah, I feel like we can't take any more of your time. So...
Well, what date is your online
It's on
talk?
the 13th of May. Oh my god.
Okay.
I think it's 11:30. 1 second, let me go to Instagram.
That's Wednesday.
I posted about it. I think it's 11:30. Yeah.
I think tickets are still available, people. So if you do want to,
11:30, Wednesday, the 13th of May.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
excited. I'm excited for you, and congrats for going out of your comfort zone though, because it is terrifying. And like the fact that they've asked you, they must, they see that in you, that you're very capable of doing this.
I'll probably fuck around and get cancelled. Okay, I'll probably say some shit I shouldn't. But
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But the fact that you were asked and you didn't apply to be a speaker.
I don't know anyone else who's had that actually. I'm sure there's some,
with their their keynote speakers and stuff, they probably reach out to them possibly.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Troy, very excited.
I think a lot of people, if people have got something they want to share, you can apply to be a speaker.
Yes, you can.
You still have to get approved.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But then they have the outreach where they pick people they think will be right for the conference. So massive congrats to you.
Thank
that's a huge achievement.
I don't know.
Well,
gosh, I'm excited to see where you go next. I feel like you're just getting started, aren't you?
Boy, who knows? Who knows? Like, I'm just, as I said, I let the journey lead me, and then wherever I land, I land with it. And it allows me to just focus on my day to day. Because, like you said, beyond all of this, like I'm a mother first, and I have other responsibilities. So that more.
I think a lot of people, people who are potentially new getting into the industry or have been around for a little bit, I hope they take a lot of inspiration from this, because you've kind of proven that you don't need to be, like you said, I get up and I send emails at this time. Like, no, just be great at what you do. Keep working on your craft and just keep showing up.
But point one is make sure you do the actual training and the groundwork to give yourself that good platform and foundation to go from, I believe.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, listen, Camille,
we made it.
We made it. Thank you so much.
But we made it.
We are all here.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Cheers, Camille.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Excellent weekend, and thank you so much.
You guys too. All right, see you around.
Cheers, folks.
See you again. Thanks,
Bye bye.